Hello and welcome back to another barn management training video. Today we're going to finish the process of writing that contract that we had started in the previous video, and so we're going to pick up with that process and move forward. So you can see here that we have entered into ServicePad, and that was that we clicked Pay Now in the configurator. The first option here, you'll be prompted with the option to choose a Heartland or Barn Management Group. So obviously I'm going to choose Barn Management, hit continue. First step in this process is to choose the monthly payment. Even though that was selected over in the Idea Room configurator, that would need to be reselected here. You can choose a tax exempt. If you choose tax exempt, obviously you have to upload a tax exemption form. Requirements around that can all be found on our website, barnmanagementgroup.com, and then clicking on the dealer resources, there's a dealer guide there. All right, so we talked about that maximum amount RTO in the last video. So if the maximum amount was $30,000 and that unit was $32,500, then $2,500 plus tax would automatically go in that cost reduction because of that current cap of $30,000. Customers can also, that would be a required cost reduction. An optional cost reduction would be the customer just wants to pay $500 or $5,000 or something other to reduce their monthly payments, and that can be paid in addition to a required, or if there's not a required cost reduction, it could just be paid as a cost reduction. All right, we're going to go to the agreement details page here. On the agreements details page, you'll see the amount due here is $587.88. That is the amount of the security deposit and the first month's rent, and would also include a cost reduction or any other fees that would be required by the to complete the contract. The customer typically would only pay the dealer, the dealer, the security deposit, which in this case would be $382.90. So we're going to put amount collected from renter, $382.90, because that's the amount we're going to pretend we're collecting today. The rest of that would be due at the time of scheduling or install, and then the next monthly payment would be due roughly 30 days from the date of install. So this is the first month's rent. The monthly payment here we see, and then the next payment would be due roughly 30 days from install. We're going to choose a day of the month to be due on the 20th. Okay, we click to next there, and you can see most of the customer's information carried over from the Idea Room configurator. And so we're going to key in a date of birth because that's not required over there. We're going to put an obvious fake social security number in there. But that must be a valid social. We're going to, you see here that the billing address and the mailing address both are set to be the same. We're going to choose no there, and we're going to click edit address, and we're going to put in a different address here for this. Okay, now we're going to click add, and then we're going to click confirm because this is the correct address that we meant. All right, here you could do a landlord. Obviously, if you choose landlord, you have to provide the landlord information, and the requirements around that can be found on our website as well in that dealer doc. We're going to choose next. We're going to choose no to a co-renter because we're just going to, for the sake of time, I'm going to put two references in here. References cannot be of the same household. And then we're going to go ahead and click next. Let ServicePad generate that agreement. Okay, it's generated an unsigned copy of that agreement for you to review. If the customer wants to look at that, you can either click sign now or sign later. Sign later sends them an email, and it functions sort of like DocuSign. We're going to go ahead and sign now and let it generate an on-screen signing process. Okay, that agreement is generated here. We're going to click start, and if you had a co-renter and a renter both, then they would both start and finish. This same process would just repeat itself for the co-renter. All right, you could hit a draw, and you could draw with the mouse or key or their finger, whatever kind of technology you have, or you could leave it at the type and choose to accept the scribble there. And we're going to click next, and then we're going to choose the same for an initial. Then after that, you should just be able to accept that signature on each one by clicking them and then clicking finish. Okay, now it's time to continue to the ServicePad portal and log in. Thanks for watching. See you in the next video.